We're here to solve the snake pit by Murat Can Tonta called XOX, and that's for all these sandwich clues. We've got unique numbers around a circled end of a snake, and one thing that actually means at the start, hopefully you can see why, none of these groups can extend to the end of that snake, because then they would actually be forming a snake like this, and that wouldn't work. So in each of these cases, we can start by drawing these edges, and these will actually give us some quick progress in different parts of the grid in different ways. But it's a really nice setup, and it's a great use of this symmetric theme through the grid. First place I'll start is this upper right corner, so this 4 has to come out, and we also have to come out from the snake, so we can't have a 2-unit snake there, and it's not going to be this 4, so this 4 comes straight down, this 2 comes straight down. This completes, it means that this 2 is coming down, and now this is extending. This can't be a 2 or a 4, so it's at least going to be 3 long and come to the left, and it can't extend to the circle because that would make it 4 long. This 4 has to then come all the way to the left because it can't bend anywhere in that space. The 6 has a spot to come down. This still can't take a 4th cell, so this is finished. And this group has at least 3 cells in it. Actually, it's touching a 3, so it has at least 4 cells in it, so it's got to grow larger. But that now means we've got a finished spot for this too. This end has to extend out, so the 6 has to come like so. And doing that, this comes down, and this snake that has to extend to be larger than 3 has to go at least to here, which finishes this 2, and now means that this has to be a 3-unit snake touching this 3 over here. We've got a snake that's larger than 2 or 3 growing out here, and another is growing out from this end, so that's going to form a 5-unit snake pretty straight away. Lower left is another place we could have started in the grid, so this 4 also grows up, and an end grows up from here, and so we get this 4-unit snake. This 4 has only a few spots it can end, but now that we have this marked in the grid, it's got to connect to this snake. So what we can ask is, does this 4 come through this cell or through this cell? Both of those look valid right now, so let's maybe make some more progress in the grid before deciding across those. But one thing to note is the 4 is going to end at this digit, so that means that we've got a loose end here that's got to connect in. We got a 5 long snake. This 3 has to be part of this extended snake. We now have a single cell that's going to have to be part of the 4 because it can't be on its own. Let's see here. This 6 is about to end, and it's going to end either in this cell or this cell. If it doesn't end in this cell, this would have to be a 2 with a 2 or a 4. So the 6 will want to end in that cell to get the counts right and no touching digits of same size. So that leaves behind a 3 in the other spot. This 6 now has to extend up, and it can still connect to this 6, but we're going to need to take at least one more cell up to the top, and this could wrap. It actually can't wrap this way, so we need to leave behind a space for 2 units for that to work, and in doing that we get the ends of the grid by forming 2 more 2-unit cell snakes. So a good use of this theme, this XOX, forcing the separation of the digits from the snake end, just based off how snake pit clues work, gave some different starting points, particularly in the upper left and upper right, that forced their way through to the middle of the grid, and tracking the hidden polyomino shapes from these circles was another key step, seeing this 3, then eventually this 5, etc. So some good training steps from this Tuesday puzzle that should take you through the rest of this week. So hopefully if you struggle with this puzzle, there are some tips in this video you can take and try in the next puzzles coming up. Thanks, and we'll see you again soon.